with the morning message. We read that every single morning. We also do writing where we, Kathy Robinson writing. So we always talk about the beginning of a sentence. So we will begin our sentence with a capital letter. We end it with an exclamation mark here. And the kids love doing this each day after we've read it. And we'll go back and mark the capital letters and the question marks. When I taught second grade, Imagine It also had something similar, but it was called Daily News. And I did a lot more with that because then I would go to the highlighter and we would highlight certain words. Like for this one, I might highlight the long A word or whatever we're talking about. If we're talking about contractions, that might be something I highlight. And sometimes there isn't enough time, and we just basically read it, talk about it very briefly, and then move on. But my daily news always, or my morning message is always the first one. For this one, they have to read the sentence and figure out what's wrong. And all of this that's up here is just in my lesson book. This is what I have to teach each day. But it's all up here, and then I just go quickly through it. So they read this, and then they decide this word right here needs the ER, so I'm going to move that over a little bit and squeeze in and add the ER to make it softer. Okay. Next page. I don't remember what this lesson was because it was a while ago, but I guess it was long vowel sounds. So maybe what I did for this is tell the child which ones have the long A sound, and so we mark state. Then we come up here and highlight the long A ones, able, and then which ones have long I, and then we change our color, and lime, iris, spike, and change the color, long O, fold. One thing that I also like to do is use the power tools and do my flashlight. And that way you can work out one word at a time. And you just click on it again to get rid of that. Next page. Okay, we're doing long vowels. And this just comes from my teacher's edition, and I just use the camera tool. Take a little shot of it. So we were doing long U. This came from my teacher's edition. Just copy paste, real easy. And to introduce the long U with the silent E, then I would take the E and we'd talk about cub and then bring the E down to make it cube. This would be tub, take the E down to make it tube. And it really is annoying me, and the kids always, when I click so many times that thing comes up, and it's annoying.
There's a way,
but
I'll show you when you're done, I'll show you how you can avoid that.
okay, good. My kids are okay with it.
Yeah.
You know, they know, just click, 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 and they're always like, click, click. So, huge, cute. Okay, this page right here is from our decodable reader. And if it's a high frequency word, that's the new word, the highlighted word, I always put that in red. And then we look at the rest of the words here. This came just from the decodable, and I always pre-teach those words before we read the decodable. And then you can also do the highlighting or